Well, hey everyone, my name is Jeff, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about the safety protocols that we have in our K through 5th grade kids church to help keep you and your kids safe as we return to in-person services starting on Sunday, April 4th. So I'm assuming if you watch this movie that you've got some kids that you're thinking about bringing to kids church, and you want to know, how are we going to keep them safe? Well, first of all, I would ask, if you haven't done so already, take a look at our video that we've put out about the check-in protocols. That's a great place to start because we're going to talk to you about the importance of pre-registering your kids each Sunday that you attend. We're going to be talking about how masks are required in order to be in our building on Sunday mornings and how hand sanitizer is available all around our building. All right, let's get specific with kids' church. The biggest adaptation that we have in kids' church to help keep your kids safe and your family safe is distancing. If you've been to Journey's Crossing before, you know that in kids' church, the kids sit on benches, and in pre-COVID, they sat really close to each other. We've arranged the rooms so that there is 6-foot distancing in between each child who comes in. And it gives us an attendance limit in kids' church of 32 kids. It's one of the reasons why pre-registration is so important, because we are not going to exceed 32 kids in the room. And that's kids, that's not families or anything like that. It's 32 kids is what we have set our limit at. When your child arrives or your children arrive, our team is going to greet them at the door, and they're going to help them find their seat for our large group time. So if you've come in the past, you're used to before service and after services, kids kind of running around the room, playing foosball, dominoes together maybe. Those things we've had to put away for the season. So when your child arrives, they'll be shown to their seat. Pre and post service, like I said, we're not going to let kids get up and run around and play tag and all of those kinds of things, but we are going to have fun with them. We're going to have a variety of games, trivia contests, videos to watch, things like that to help your child have a great experience when they come to kids' church. We want to prioritize them having fun with each other. We just want to keep it safe. Now, you'll notice the front row of seats as you saw them pan by, they aren't quite 6 feet long, and we're going to reserve those seats for pairs of siblings. We always have a number of pairs of siblings here. So those front seats, if you looked at them and said, that doesn't look 6 feet to me, you're right, but pairs of siblings who live in the same household, they're going to sit there. That's going to be a safe way to use those benches, but to be able to have that capacity in the room of 32 kids. We do issue a number of reminders here. I've got a number of humorous graphics. Some of them are scrolling by right now on why we should stay distant and keep masks on. So we do that 3 to 4 times in each service. We remind kids that they need to stay 6 feet apart from people that they did not come to church with, and also that they need to wear masks at all times. Now, as for our actual kids' church service, we've worked hard to make it look as normal as we possibly can. We're going to worship together. We're going to have large group times where we're hearing Bible stories and watching videos, and we're going to do all kinds of great stuff together. Kids are going to have a lot of fun here, but they're also going to be worshiping and learning about Jesus. Right now we're walking through the greatest story ever told. We're going to keep doing that for a few weeks. It's going to be a fun time, a worshipful time. It's going to meet kids' needs on so many levels. We are going to have small group times as well with some modification. In the past, what we had is a number of stations for small groups, and herds of kids, tightly clumped together, have gone between groups every 7 minutes or so. Well, obviously, the herd of kids in a clump is not a very safe thing to do right now. And so what we are going to do is we're going to seat kids at distance in those small groups, and then it's the leaders who are going to rotate amongst the small groups. So the kids will stay seated in their spot, distanced from each other, and the leaders are going to rotate between those groups so that kids can have a variety of small group experiences, games, discussions, other kinds of object lessons, things like that. Our leaders are going to rotate amongst them and have those kind of stations for kids, where they're going to remain seated and at distance from each other. Now pickup, like I said, will look just a little bit different because when you come to the room, you will not see kids just running around. You will not, maybe this is a blessing for you, you will not have to beg your kid like 13 times to stop playing foosball so that you can get them home. We're going to have kids seated on benches, and we're going to have some kind of activity, games or videos or something going from the front of the room. We'll keep that just a rotation of activities going so your kids don't get bored with them. When you come in the room, you're going to come in the one entrance that we have, and you're going to go to your kids. We'll coach your kids not to get up and just run to you the moment they see you. You're going to go to your kids. And then we'll have one exit door as we normally do. We just ask you to make sure that you remain distant from other families. If you see a line beginning to form at that door, just hang out by your kids' bench for a second. We'll dismiss kids really quickly and get you out as quickly as possible. I think that's going to be the safest way to keep kids seated, keep them distanced, but allow you to come and safely and securely pick them up. We want to make sure that the kids you brought only go home with you. Only one more thing for me to mention, and that is water. Right now our water fountains are shut off, as you've experienced in every public building that you've been in. That's a part of the COVID safety protocols. If you know that you have a kid who wants water, that gets thirsty, we're not going to have concession service up front. We're not going to have water fountains. I would ask that you just send them with a water bottle, just like if they're going to MCPS schools, they're being asked to bring a water bottle with them there. So send them with a water bottle. We will have some small plastic bottles of water here on site, so we won't let anybody go thirsty. But I would just encourage you, if you know you have a kid who wants water with them, have them bring that water bottle with them. Well, I think that describes some of the safety things that we have going on for kids here. We're looking forward to seeing your kids again, but we want to make sure that we keep safety as a top priority in Kids Church. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm happy to answer them for you. I can't wait to see your families, whether it's at Easter or whether it's later into the spring or summer. I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye-bye now.